is in the air here at New Hampshire. Once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day. Welcome to the Go Fast Racing League Lazy Days Grand National Series. About to get this race underway here at Mid-Ohio. We've got just a few moments. Qualifying underway right now. It's going to take a little bit. Sorry about the delay tonight, guys. I'm having a little bit of trouble with, hopefully no technical problems happen, but having a little bit of trouble with the overlays and the OBS system. So hopefully it'll work out. So far everything looks good. Going to be joined in the booth by Derek the Law Pemberton, or Trooper Derek as you can call him. Should be a very fun race. A lot of drivers here tonight. Qualifying just underway. 10 minutes qualifying, 2 laps. Derek, what do you think about this track?
As in the words of Skyler, he hates the track and that we should all blow it up. I mean, the way I've seen these guys practice, it looks like it's going to be an interesting race. Probably going to see a lot of cars go off track, except for the guy leading practice. I think is the only guy that I think we'll see run a perfect race. But you never know. So yeah, I think it'll be a pretty good race. I'm hoping for one because it's kind of rare to get really good road course races.
I agree. We seen last night Tyler Cox pretty much dominate. Him and Joe Burchett was really fast. Tyler's back in here tonight. I don't know if we're going to actually see it that way. He is fast. He's been fast all night. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if he can keep his car clean long enough. There's some really fast guys in here, though. I really think there's going to be some really good racing out for a lot of spots. We're watching Trevor Malone right now in the 85, or Trevor Malone. How is it said, Derek?
Trevor Malone. Watermelon.
Watching him. Cody Blackmore also in here tonight. So, Derek, let me go ahead and ask you real fast, who will get to win?
I already know who you're picking. So, I'm just going to go in and do this just because I know it's going to make him mad. Landon Lacey. The reason why I say that is because, if Tyler can't win it, which would be a miracle if that happened, I think Landon will be the next best one, I think, to be there and get this win.
Me too. So, guys, I know we're a little bit late, but I do want to go ahead and get our national anthem in because that is something we do here, so I want to make sure I take care of that, and we'll be right back right after this. Plus, I got to load up my track cameras, so we'll be right back right after this.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh,
back here at Mid-Ohio as qualifying still being resumed right now. Tyler Cox currently in first, Trevor Malone currently second. Watching Jeff Smith right now in the 61. He did put down one lap with the 128.699. So he's still on track right now. We already got our picks in, and you picked Landon Lacey, and I picked Tyler Cox. Honestly, I just want to see if my jinx comes true or not. That's the only reason why I'm picking Tyler.
And mine too. That's just it. By the way, thing is, have we ever picked a winner?
I have once. That's it. I have once. Most of the time when I pick somebody, they crash. So I just want to see if Tyler will crash or not. So I know that's probably a bad thing, but I just want to see if it's true.
I mean, I would think, but you never know.
Yeah, you really never know. Guys, if I might have a little bit of trouble with my audio. Let me know if I am, because I think I might be clipping a little bit on my audio. So if so, could you let me know? I'm trying to fix it a little bit, and may have just fixed. I'm not real sure, but yeah.
Wow. Landon Lacey just jumped to the second in the board. He ran 5 tenths faster, almost pretty much a half a second faster than his practice lap. So that's a big jump for him, and that gets him just a little closer to Tyler Cox. So that's a good thing for Landon. It'll be interesting. I think Tyler can stay in this race. I think it's going to be a blowout.
I do, be honest. I think that, I know Tyler's probably the favorite, but I really think this is going to be a good race for, from there back. Joshua Banks, I'm really intrigued with, because he did finish well yesterday in the K&N race. He finished 3rd. Right now, he's 8th on charts. He's about to finish his second lap as he works through turn 13, and crosses the start-finish line. Let's see where he jumps up to. Jumps up to 7th, so he picked up a spot. So I think qualifying's just about done.
About 3 more minutes left.
Some paints are still loading, by the way, guys. Like I said, we was a little delayed on certain things. How many times did I restart my internet, Derek? About 3 or 4 times?
Too many for me to count.
Yeah, so there's a lot. So I think we're good to go now, though. I had to lower a couple things, apparently, which makes no sense whatsoever. But, all right, so this is the week of road course. This continues the weeks of road course, I guess. Hey, Glock, good to see you, Mark. Talon, this right here is a overlay. Now, I customized this one for us, but you can check the iRacing forums and find out more about it. And hey, Tim, no problem, buddy. Thank you for tuning in as well. Oh, by the way, because my mind's all different places now, Eric Borelli comes in leading the points, and I don't think he's here, is he?
Nope.
Okay, so he's got 2 wins. So he's already locked in. The thing is, man, there's only like 4 people locked in. 3 people guaranteed locked in right now. Eric Borelli's one of them because he's got 2 wins. Lee Granty, who's got a win at Indianapolis. Dylan Vose, I think, is locked in. That's it. I don't think anybody else is locked in right now.
And that's a good thing for, I don't exactly have the point standings up, but that's a good thing, but that's a bad thing. That shows that, it could seem like, not that many guys could still have a chance to make it just because, it seems like there's a fine margin because, it's clear. We've had many different winners this year.
Let's
and
pull.
A lot of them.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay. You go ahead. You go ahead.
First off, I don't want to interview our points leader. I want to interview Jeff Smith. He's going to be starting in row number 3. Now, we got to do this kind of fast because they go green way early. So, hey, Jeff, you got me?
Yeah, hey, Adam.
Hey, man, you're going to be starting in 6th tonight. What's it going to take for you to get up there and try to take this win away?
Oh, man, gonna have I have this chat going on in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. Telling me not to answer questions because of the Adam Chapman curse, but I don't believe it, man.
Hey, I believe it.
It's bad when the broadcasters believe it.
So consistency will be key. I'm nowhere near as quick as these front 2 guys. We're gonna have to hope that they make a mistake and be there to take advantage of that, honestly.
Man, this is going to be a fun race. I know last night didn't go exactly what you want. You was running good and things just didn't work out. So I'll be up here watching. Good luck, and I'm going to get out. I'm not going to pick anybody else to win because I always jinx them. So good luck, and I'll be up here watching to see how you finish. That's all I'm going to say.
Awesome. Thanks, Adam.
Good luck, buddy. I didn't want to keep him in here too long because they go green really fast here at Mid-Ohio.
Did they not start in the pits here?
No, they do not. And they go green on the backstretch.
Huh?
Yeah, they go green on the backstretch. In Mid-Ohio, initially the start's on the backstretch. It's supposed to be like that in
Why?
real life, but NASCAR does not use that. I don't know.
Why?
I have no idea. I'm to be completely honest, I don't know why. So, Tyler Cox, we're not going to interview him. He's going to be starting first tonight. You see him way up there. You see the field.
Way.
As the pace car rolls out. Maybe they do
What does
go
that mean?
green on the front stretch. I don't know, but I know they go green very early. Because the pace car pulls in very
I'm
early.
about to say, what is the... No, because they're coming into that...
Yeah, so they
that-
go green on the front stretch, I think.
I was about to say, what, does the pace car just pull over to the side, let everyone go, then he tries to book it back?
I don't know. I know they went green really fast last night. I think we're green.
Oh, wow.
Green
Wow.
flag is out, and already Tyler Cox is wearing a 2x2 behind him, about 4 rows back. It is Jeff Smith and the 19 right now battling for position. Looks like they're going to get single file. Derek, one thing about this place is that this is a difficult place to pass. It's very unique. There's only so many passing zones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's one thing that we were talking about during the practice was how hard it was to make a pass. There's only, I believe, we counted only 4 passing zones here.
3 or 4. There's not very many.
Yeah, so that's just it. I mean, here's the thing: is especially when it comes down later in the race, especially if you got a chance to pass, you're going to have to force it somewhere that you probably shouldn't force it. And right here is a turn that I'm going to be extremely watching, especially turn 1. And these couple of turns right here is where I think we will see a lot of our wrecks happen tonight.
This right here is considered the S's, is what they actually call this. It's turn 5, 6, and 7. Yeah,
And
you practiced in it. You had trouble with visibility.
Oh, the visibility, especially coming down that hill, and especially coming down
Nate
this
Anderson in the wall. Sorry, go ahead. He went into the sand pit. He'll be okay.
That's just it. I mean, coming down those out of the S and then coming up and coming down that next turn as well, you can't see the track. Now, that could just be how I'm sitting in the car, but I couldn't see the track. I was just hoping that the track was there, even running 5, 6 laps consecutively. I didn't know the track was there. I just had faith, and I just had to have faith, and that's one thing that I'm surprised these guys are able to dive it off in there like they are, and have faith that the track is there, and that shows that a lot of ability that they've got to be able to keep the car right where they need it to have to be able to run fast laps in that point.
And things don't get any easier. Honestly, they don't. If we watch the 73 of Eric Spencer's around on the front stretch. Let's see what happened. It looks like he's got a little bit of damage. Too much of the curb and some grass.
Yeah, it looks like the 48 of Matt Urban.
Yep. Oh yeah, he went off as well.
Yeah, he went off in turn 1, which that's probably another thing we're going to see, especially
lot,
as we get
yeah.
later on in the run. Looks like the 46 has got a lot of left side damage.
Now he's a new driver, I believe, Wayne Fielder.
Oh my, that left side is pretty beat up. I don't know what happened there. Could have been on the start. He's got a lot of nose damage, got a lot of damage back behind the rear tire.
He does, yeah. You see it really good in the Devil's Cut number
Now,
46.
I don't know if that's necessarily going to hurt him. Now, that hurt him on the straightaways, but I don't know if that's really going to hurt
28's
him.
around. And Nate Anderson collects him as well. 28 went around up through the S as Will spin out of the corner. Yep.
But who?
Cody Blackmore and Nate Anderson got into him when he went around.
Oh,
One
and that's
more
just
look
it.
at this.
After Cody, I think that this is his first race back from Indianapolis, where he was pretty much the dominant car.
Yeah, he was pretty
I
fast.
think I think everyone was hoping that he would have a good run. As you could tell, he just clearly got loose, and there was nowhere for Nate Anderson to go there.
See, now we're sitting here looking at Tyler Cox. He's out by a lot right now. You can see him. We're high above and watching him in the Papal Express number 16 Mustang. But the thing is, at any second, these cars could go around. We've seen Tyler wreck a lot in practice. Here comes Jeff Smith. He's up to 4th, actually. He's up 2 spots where he started. But, yeah, we've seen in practice, these cars can go around really easy.
Yeah, and I think that's just his aggression, I think. I think, honestly, in this race, we won't see that big of aggression because he knows that, if he really has to push it, he can get away. Let's be real. I mean, I bet you right now he's just taking it nice and easy just to, get into this race. And I think that's what you got to do is, you just got to take it easy. Especially in especially this part of the track that he's going through now. That's where I saw a lot of guys slip up, especially that turn right there that Tyler Cox just went through. That was a huge turn that I had a lot of trouble. I tried different places to get on the gas. I constantly kept spinning out. So, he just got to keep it easy. And I think you can even tell he's still pulling away, taking it I would hope a little easy.
Watching a good battle right here for 5th. Dylan Bowes gets around to 61. That may open the door for the 36 of Joshua Banks, trying to push Jeff Smith back. Joshua had a good run last night, so we'll see how he does right now. But Jeff's been very impressive so far, if I don't curse him by sitting here talking about him, sorry.
Now, here's the thing is that those 3 guys, they're really close together, and that's one thing. Especially at this kind of a track, of course, I've never done a race here, but, you know, most of the time, you know, you don't want to be real bunched up close, especially with a bunch of these twisty turns and everything. It's who was that off the track? Tyler Cox went off track.
Yep, Tyler Cox is off track. He's going to have some work.
Overran turn.
Let's see what happened, yeah.
What?
See, we said it. Anybody can have trouble here. Yeah, he overran it.
He was texting and driving.
Well, that explains a lot.
I thought for a second, I was like, is he trying to hit the bus stop?
He actually tried to go through the bus stop, I think, to cut some of that turn off, to go ahead and cut it off. That probably would have been smart, honestly. He would have had a big slowdown penalty, but that would have probably been smart. But yeah, we mentioned it.
Yeah.
You know, anything's
That's
possible.
the kind
here.
of mistake Landon Lacey needs.
Yeah, I mean, Landon just got given a gift, honestly.
Now, Tyler can. I don't know what traffic. I really didn't see Tyler drive a lot in traffic.
It's going to be Tyler's an aggressive driver.
Yeah,
you know that.
And I know, but at a track like this, I don't know necessarily this is going to benefit him being in traffic.
Yeah, it may not. Seriously, it may not, because you got to be patient here.
Yeah, and that's just it. As he almost just overdrove that turn again, as he almost overran a turner again, if I could speak English. Man, good job, Tennessee Education, teaching me how to speak English.
Oh, gosh. We're watching Tyler now. He's taking a peek to the inside of Brandon Puffenberger. Brandon's going to give that up to him. Some smart move there by Brandon. You also see, I just seen it. Man, these cones, I should have put a camera on the cones, because these cones are taking a beating tonight. And
that's just it. As it looks like Tyler is finally going to... thing is I really just don't know how to feel about him, because now Landon's he's already up to a
3-second lead over second.
gap.
Yeah, over second. He is right now 10 seconds ahead over Tyler.
And you know, for Tyler, that may not be that big, but for some of these other guys, I think for a race like this,
that's quite a bit. Yeah.
Pit strategy is going to be huge in this.
Well, we noticed last night during the Canyon, and we're going to base it off what we seen last night, okay? I want to base the fuel mileage off of last night, because these guys run 50% or 60% fuel. They also shortened the race, and the scheduled race was supposed to be 63. They actually shortened the race to 53, which is the same race as last night. We seen them pit with 25 laps on their tires. So that would be a 2-stop race.
Someone's going to try it with one.
Yeah, it won't happen. Oh, there goes the 36, putting the bumper to Jeff Smith. Jeff, what a save. The 36, Joshua Banks puts the bumper to Jeff Smith. Almost jinxed him. And,
but no, great save right there. And that's just it. That just bumped, that hurt Tyler Cox there, because Tyler Cox was right behind it.
Yeah, he was watching. We're right on board with Tyler Cox. Watch this save in front of Tyler. Tyler 61. Great save by Jeff.
And right now, Tyler I'm watching him drive through these guys. He is a man on a mission.
Yeah, he's definitely pushing hard. He's got something to race for now. This is something he hasn't been used to. And I mean, honestly, he hasn't. And I mean, I say this with the most respect in here. We talked to Skyler last night. He mentioned as well, there's not a whole lot of guys in the league that is familiar with road. There is some. So I don't want to take that away from nobody. There is some. Last night, Tyler and Joe was on a whole different level. Tyler is a great road racer. Honestly, he is. And you don't, if you look at his iRating, he don't look like it, but he is so talented when it comes to road. The only problem with Tyler is he pushes at wrong times.
And I was thinking that may hurt him, but I mean, he's still 10 plus seconds, I think, still.
He is 11 seconds now behind Landon.
So he's already lost 2 seconds, but that could have just been back in traffic.
Yeah, I believe so.
But right now, it looks like Trevor Malone has kind of ran down Landon just a little bit.
Sorry, Trevor. He's going to kill me for saying that. He's going to kill me for saying that.
Yeah, it really is.
Honestly, Mark, this is...
Mark?
Yeah, Mark Wilson. In the chat. Honestly, this is one of the toughest tracks that these guys will face this year. Honestly, I believe that, honestly. They go to Road America here in a couple weeks. And Joshua Banks, Christopher Fowler. off on the road, and he got a lot of damage coming through turn
towed
one.
it back.
And it looks like he hit. Oh, he about flipped it. Yeah, he had to tow back.
Oh, wow, he hit that
Yeah,
at
he
the
hit it
wrong
hard.
angle.
Yeah, he about hit the tires. I think if he hit tires, he would have been okay. But unfortunately, he's got. So yeah, this is probably one of the toughest tracks. We do go to Road America. I believe it's Road America. I'm probably maybe Road Atlanta.
I'll look at it. I'll look at it.
When
I would hope not Road Atlanta.
It's Road America.
Okay,
it's only 34 laps. Road America is, but it's a long race. That's a long
It's
track.
a 4-mile track.
Yeah, it's a long track. That is a fun place to race, though. But these guys are going to have so much between this track and that one. I don't know. Personally, I think this one's tougher, but some guys may find certain turns in Atlanta to be way tough compared to some turns on here. Or America, yeah. And it don't get easier. I mean, we go to Bristol next week, which unfortunately I'm not broadcasting the Xfinity race because I'll be at the Bristol race. But we go to Road America, Bristol to K&N and trucks, and I'll be broadcasting, by the way. Then we go to Darlington. That's not easy. Then we go to Richmond, another short track, not easy. And then we run it off at Chicagoland, which is the end of the regular season. But these next 4 races, for points-wise, is absolutely huge for people to get in. Because if you go right now and you look at the points, and I forgot how many races you have to run to be eligible, but right now the people that's in it, Eric Brelli, Austin Marion, Eric Minch, Jeff Webker, Skylar Allen, John Ronaldo, James Finn, Nate Anderson. How many people get in? Is it 10? I think it's 10. I can tell you right here. I actually got it. 12.
12, isn't it?
It's 12. Let's see. Lee Garanty. And then we got to see, because some guys haven't played the amount of races, so I don't know how it would work. So I don't know. I mean, really looking at it, it's going to be... The next few weeks are big for certain drivers trying to get on the chase, especially now that anybody can possibly win here. I mean, honestly, a lot of people could win here.
Right now, in those 4 races, and those are 4 kind of different races, especially if we don't see Tyler Cox in some of those races, that changes a lot of things for this.
Yeah, and the thing is, yeah, exactly. And like you mentioned, if we don't see Tyler Cox, so we're saying Tyler, we don't know if he's going to go win at Road America. We don't know. Because there may be other guys that's good at Road America. We know Nate Anderson's good at road course racing. He honestly is. Unfortunately, didn't do great here tonight, but he could be somebody that sneaks up and gets a win from somebody. Honestly, he ran great at Walker's Glen. He ran great again last night at K&N. Another one who is, I believe, already locked in because he won last week. I think he's locked in. Dylan Bose could get a win. Trevor Malone apparently is pretty solid. He's running second right now. Jeff Smith, he honestly seems like he could be somebody that could get a win. Because we honestly thought, okay, by the way, I kind of jinxed Tyler when he spun out. Anyway, we honestly thought Tyler would come in here and win. We did. Because what he did last night. I think a lot of people did. But you can see with these cars, it handles so much different than the K&N. And the track's cooler compared to last night. Imagine if it was 106 last night, or 9 last night. It would be absolutely insane. The amount of wheel spin and sliding and stuff these guys would do. And some guys may want it hot to help get the back end to rotate. But, you know. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just one of them things that, you know, you got to try to do your best and see how it happens, because you never know, honestly.
Just got something. Apparently, Eric Spencer wrecked out.
I've seen him wreck early. When did he wreck out?
Lap 6. I'm looking at the lap. I'm fast forwarding it.
Let me know what happened, because I won't be able to go back that far because this overlay don't have that capability of actually going back to that lap yet. Well, it does, but it'll crash the thing until they fix it. So.
Okay, I'm still looking.
Tell you somebody else that had a good run last night, and I was honestly surprised. Eric Minch had a great run last night. Somebody's off the track. Who is that? Wayne Fielder was off the track just now. He's going to be okay. He just went wide in turn 1. We got somebody smoking up in front. Oh, 2 cars collide. 4800 collided in turn 2.
Dude, you gotta quit talking about people.
I'm telling you.
Like, for real. See, I was so glad we didn't talk about me at Michigan, because I didn't wreck at Michigan, thankfully.
I did talk about you at Michigan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you started talking about me. I wonder what happened after that.
I'm telling you. Didn't you hear about the other night? Skylar told me the story. Skylar told the story last night. Did you hear about it?
Nah, Tone did, but it was...
In a league that we used to broadcast, and I'm not going to mention it, but, you know, we got a good relationship still with them. But anyway, the commentators called it the Adam Chapman curse. I was like, really? So apparently it's becoming a thing now.
I mean, I'd like to leave marks on people, but not like that.
I laughed about it. It's kind of true.
So, still looking at this as we're on lap 11, completing lap 11, you know, Tyler Cox spun out on what, lap 3, lap 4?
Yeah, he's still 8 seconds behind right now.
He's still 8 seconds behind. And I think, like I said, I believe that showed that Tyler's aggression may come back to hurt him trying to get through this lap traffic as he's all the way back at Daniel.
This is a good race right here with Dylan Bose and Tyler.
Yeah, and honestly, this wouldn't surprise me if this battle does last for a while. Now, I feel like Dylan may be a little smart and let him go, but I don't know. I think Dylan Bose should try to battle him as Tyler Cox gives him the bumper. And that's one thing that Tyler was talking about.
Let me ask you this, and I want to ask you this. I know we're road racing, but do you race this place like you would a short track? Do you get tired of people running in front of you if you know that you're faster? And Tyler's off,
off track.
Again,
yeah.
Yep.
Impatient.
Yeah, and that's Tyler's biggest weakness is impatience. I mean, he lost 2 seconds just now on Dylan, so he's going back to 11 seconds down the lead. Everybody in here knows he's the fastest. We all know, we see it. But if you ain't patient enough, you won't win. And I honestly believe that.
And yeah, to answer your question on that, I think the answer to that is yes.
How much patience do you want to show is my question.
Okay, for a normal person, yeah, you want to show a little. I mean, not a whole lot. But now for someone like me and Tyler, you block me for more than 2 turns, you're getting turned. Let's be real. I mean, if I ran you down, I mean, let's be real. I mean,
well, let me ask you this now, okay? Because Dylan didn't do nothing wrong, and I want to make sure I point that out.
Oh, Tyler, hang on to it.
Somebody else went off track. Was it Tyler? I thought I see somebody else really slow. Hold on, we got a pass right here. Matt Urban going around Austin Marion. That is for 9th place. But my question would be, like, Tyler kind of did not, that was no passing zone that he was in. Now, turn 1, yes, it was, but he wasn't close enough. Honestly, he wasn't because he went too wide.
No.
So, you know, I think that's where Tyler's got to show patience, honestly.
And, you know, for someone like me, I know how it feels to be in his shoes, I guess, in this situation. Not being, like, incredibly fast, but trying to show patience.
We got somebody on pit road. Jeff Smith's on pit road. I wonder why. I wonder if it's a schedule. It don't look like he's got damage. I think it's scheduled. Yeah, Skylar Allen just exited pit road as well. And that was scheduled. I think we're seeing scheduled pit stops early here in these cars.
See, that's just it. And that's what I was saying a little bit earlier. For someone like Tyler Cox. Ooh. Schedule. I mean, go to a different strategy. As Landon said something, is he going to be coming down this time?
I think he may. I think we're actually, yeah, we're on pit road. Matt Urban's around as well. The 48 goes around in turn 13. Let's see what happened. He was in turn 12 and will spin out of 12 and went around. He does a good job of keeping it out of the wall, so he had to work his way back up. So, yeah, I think green flag pit stops are actually happening early, and if that's the case, we are going to see a field strategy race. By the way, I want to mention Jeff Smith, 2 tires only, I like to call. Skylar Allen, 4 tires.
Was last night a field
No, it was not.
Race?
They actually, I thought that they could actually go on 1 stop. It was close. Nate was in here. Nate ran.
Someone just overran the Cody Blackmore. Okay, I thought that was Trevor Malone as he comes back in front of the track right in front of Dylan Bose and Tyler Cox.
He's going to get room right there.
Couldn't do 53 laps on 1 tank of fuel.
Yeah, what was it? 25, correct? Is that something about right from last night?
I actually pitted early last night. I did a 2 pit stop race.
Yeah, I think everybody pretty much did. I think everybody did do a 2 pit stop.
Someone's got to try it, and you got to try it.
Now it's going to be interesting because, for one, apparently Jeff is a really, I don't want to say conservative, when it comes to pit strategies, but
He
usually you
races
don't see him pit early. Usually you don't see him pit early.
He's kind of one that he'll follow the crowd. He won't make that big bold move.
Skyler will do something different.
Oh, Skyler, I'm not even going into that. Like,
oh, he keeps it out of the wall. He just went around, but good save there. Smart mover by the 96. He got some of the grass in turn 1. Took out half the cones. I really need the camera on them cones. That would have been perfect. He done a great job on keeping it out of the wall because that could have been really bad.
But like I was saying, I mean, Skyler, coming, you know it's a 4-tire stop or whatever. He'll take 2.
Wayne Fielder on pit road in the 46.
Tyler Cox has run down Dylan Vos again.
We'll be watching that. And by the way, that's Nate Anderson. You all are here in the booth. Sorry I didn't bring him in. I was thinking about all kinds of other stuff at the moment, so I apologize. Nate, welcome to the booth.
I was going to try to get to the inside.
Nate, you was fast, man. What happened?
I was involved in 2 separate wrecks.
See, I seen one. I didn't get the second
one with the 2, I think? Or the 48, or
no, I didn't see the one with the 2, I don't think. I don't know if it was that one I seen. I can't remember who it was.
The one that where you hit the guy with your nose, I think that was the one that ended up
I slowed down and he spun around and snapped back into me, and at that point I was done.
How mad are you right now?
Not that mad. I
bet you he's happy because he's like, yes, I'm done driving this track.
No, I don't. No, I actually like this track.
He's good at it.
I don't run a lot of the Xfinity stuff.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you run more K&N trucks.
Yeah, Saturday the wife says I have to.
Let me ask you a question. Go to Bristol next week. As Tyler Cox is going to go around. Oh, what a save! Great save. How do you feel about going to Bristol next week?
I mean, if I can get in a groove and don't overdrive the thing, might be okay.
Yeah, Bristol's one of them tracks.
That place is like, everything happens so fast there.
Yeah.
It's like putting jet fighters in a gymnasium.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, honestly, it is a very... honestly, I keep comparing it to like a road course because it happens so quick. When stuff happens on a road course, it happens fast, honestly. And that's really what it reminds me of. And 19, yep, both of them went around. I think Tyler's actually.
Wow. Oh my
wow.
Nice driving.
How?
That was one of the best saves. That's reason. That was awesome. Look at that save.
You can tell Tyler, he had respect right there. He did not try to advance the position off of doing that.
Dylan, that was probably one of the best saves I've seen. I'll be straight honest. That was amazing save. That was really good. That was cool.
That right there shows the aggression of Tyler right now. He is trying everything he can.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, I don't know if he's much faster than Dylan. I mean, I know he may be, but right there where he tried to go around really wasn't a passing zone. And once again, we've seen it earlier. Right here right here could be, but you got to watch that big sand trap on the left side once you go down the hill. So I don't know, man. I mean, it's so tough. This place is so tough. Oh, he not 16 puts the bumper to him that time again. And Dylan stays out in front for now. Tyler going to slide in the grass on that one. Yeah, he went really wide.
Buddy, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
He saved it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good save.
If Tyler don't watch out.
Oh, he may be done. Yep, I think he's done. Yep, he is done. Looks like he plowed the wall head on. And... he actually hit pretty hard.
And Adam Chapman's curses continues.
Told you. I told you.
Well, I feel kind of confident right now.
Tyler said there and said earlier, I was like, if I pick you, you'd be bad. He said, nah. He said, I don't believe that. I bet he does now.
I feel like I'm in the TeamSpeak room with them.
Yeah, he's not too happy, I'm sure. All right, guys, we're going to step away and take a quick break. Once we come back, actually, Derek, you got a trivia question?
Yeah, I got one pulled up here. Okay. What was the largest margin of victory in a Mid-Ohio race?
For Xfinity?
For Xfinity. What is the largest margin of victory?
Much. They've only raced here just for like what, 6 years, 7 years?
It happened last year. Actually, it happened last year in the truck race, I believe.
They don't race trucks here.
Wait, I don't know. Okay, either way, because it says 8/13/2016.
Yeah, it had to happen last year then, yeah.
Yeah, because
that was during the rain race then.
Well, because then it shows the smallest 8/15/2016. So I don't know, but All I know is it's the largest margin of victory.
Alright, we'll just guess. Oh, Skylar Allen, hold on. He does another good job. Everybody, wow. Everybody does a great job.
His life just flashed before his eyes.
Yeah, everybody that missed him deserves credit. Who else? Who was that? Oh, that was Landon, wasn't it? Wow, let's right on board. Hold on.
Oh, wait, no, wait, that was, oh, yeah, no, I thought that was Nate Anderson. I was like, wait, no, Nate ain't driving.
Whoa! Alright, so I'm going to say 11 seconds.
Hold up. Eric Minch, I think it was, just went off track right in front of, yeah. He went off track right in front of our leaders, so.
Alright, we'll be right back with our guesses. I'm going to say 11 seconds. We'll be right back after this.
I'll take 8.
We're all looking to bring as much of the real world into sim racing as we possibly can. Our SimCraft Tilt and Pro Sim Racing pedal sets are here to elevate your rig, improve your consistency into and through the corners, and give you the ability to dial in your perfect pedal feel. Put your feet on the same pedals the pros use. From the braking zone to corner exit, get the most out of every corner with SimCraft.
We're the stronger than we look type. The braver than you think type. The type that knows the time will come when we put Type 1 behind us. We're the progress is inevitable type. The hopeful for a cure type. The type that will stop at nothing until Type 1 becomes Type None.
Welcome back to the Go Fast Racing League Lazy Dayz Grand National Series, the DIYSim.com 162. Right now in the booth with Nate Anderson, driver of the number 1 car, and unfortunately out of tonight's race right now. Looks like he's in pits for a while for right now. And also in the booth with me is Derek the Law of Pemberton.
Well, I also wait on that paint scheme to come out.
Oh, it's covered. Joshua,
yeah, next week at Bristol.
We're talking a lot about first off, go ahead and give us the trivia answer. Nate guessed 8 seconds.
And you guessed 11?
I guessed 11, yeah.
The largest margin of victory was 3.0707 seconds.
You know, that's actually pretty impressive. If you think about it, that's not
for what you said, it was the rain race or something?
Yeah, if it was last year, it had to be the rain race when all the cars raced in the rain. Did anybody watch that race today?
I did.
It was insane, wasn't it?
Was it raining again?
No, it
No.
didn't rain, but good lord, there was yellows everywhere. Matt Urban just left pit road, by the way. But yeah, it was an insane race. It was good. They always put a good show on at Mid-Ohio, though. Seriously, I would love to see the Cup Series come here.
But that means they would have to take a race from another track. And,
Fine,
you know,
they can take it away
NASCAR
from
just-
any track. I don't care which one they take it away from. They need to add a real...
Pocono.
Yeah, take one from Pocono.
Take one from Pocono, take one from Michigan.
No, not Michigan.
No, leave Michigan. Yeah, I
Take
agree.
one from Texas and
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Michigan's...
They already took away. They already took the second New Hampshire race away, right?
Yeah, they did. Like, for next year.
That's
Or
sad.
Vegas.
Yeah. See, I'm okay with Vegas. I'm okay with that, but I don't think...
Another mile and a half. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, I don't think... possibly even take away a Phoenix race, but, I mean, Phoenix did put on good races the last couple of years.
Take away the second Charlotte race.
I wish. Yeah, I mean,
Take
they
out the
raced
day
there
race.
3 times, right? Because you got the All-Star race, the Coke 600. Leave the Coke 600, though. You got to have
Yeah,
that.
I'm talking about take away the day race.
Well, remember, next year they're going to do Roval. Yay.
Exactly. Take it away. Take it
Yeah,
away.
I
Take it
agree.
away.
But they can't take it away, I think, till 2020. I believe is when it was, because of contracts.
Long-term deal. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
I believe it's 2020. Maybe it's not 2019. I don't know. Anyway, back to the race. We have had a couple people stop. We expect pit stops to happen.
Ooh, who was that? Who was that? Skylar Allen lost in front of Landon, and I got scared because I was in the cockpit of Landon.
Let's
And,
see how Skylar does. He's going to be done. Oh, yeah, he nosed it right into concrete that time. Oh, he actually cut the whole corner off. And he actually drove it. He could have come back across the track. He actually looked like he may have turned right into the wall so he wouldn't come back up to the track.
Joshua
What was he
Banks just
doing?
took third from Dylan Vose.
They was going at it, too. Dylan and Joshua's been racing really good. I was watching them just a second ago. And Joshua had a good run last night, finished third. He may have something for Trevor Bone. He's got a little ways till he catches up to him.
Had we had 10 more laps last night, I would have caught Joshua Banks.
Yeah.
I was knocking him down half a second a lap.
Yep. Yeah, honestly, you know, when I first started broadcasting Go Fast, Nate, you was one of the people I did not think would be any type good at road courses. Honestly, I didn't. I did. I mean, you know, you don't sound like somebody that actually likes road racing. But you proved me wrong last week at Watkins Glen, honestly.
It's fun. I like it.
You had a great run last week. I mean, honestly, you did. And then you come in here last night, had a good run. Unfortunately, not you didn't with the Xfinity car, but you know that's racing, I guess.
Victim of circumstance sometimes.
Yeah, you can't control everything. That's for sure. This is a good race right now for third, though, with Joshua Banks and Dylan. Dylan really putting pressure on Joshua, or was. Backed off a little bit there, got loose. This is the closest battle right now. I do look for our leader to be on pit road here within the next 2 or 3 laps. Now, I could be wrong. I mean, if he can make it to 28, then there's no reason why they can't go the whole time on a one stop. But I just don't know if we can go that long. That's a long time to go. Let's see. See, even people, Tim and Talon both guessed 12 and 13 seconds as well on the trivia question.
I figured with the road course, it would have been a lot higher.
You would think, yeah. Usually, you know, it don't go that high. I'm kind of
I don't know. You go back and then you look at the Watkins Glen race.
Yeah.
It was only, what, 0.4?
Was it that close? Oh, yeah, last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was close.
because honestly, Truex got really lucky. Let's just be honest. I thought he ran out of gas.
So did I, and I got really happy. Then I got depressed because he won, and I'm not even going to go into it.
Really surprised me that Kenseth
Me too.
finished second in that race.
I'm surprised he hasn't won a race yet.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's. Dude,
I picked him to win at Bristol. Seriously, I
They'll
picked
man's
him.
gonna win.
Okay.
I know this. Either way, this man, he's gonna make the chase.
Brandon Puffenberger on pit road, pitting from 6th place, so we may be starting to see some stops happening now. Yeah, I agree, though. I think that, you know, I'm very surprised he hasn't won yet. And I like Matt Kenseth. I've always liked him for a while now. But yeah, he's my pick to probably win Bristol. It'd be, I think, him, Kyle Busch. Honestly, as much as I hate to say it, Joey Logano. has a good chance.
I don't see Joey Logano.
They haven't had a lot of speed
winning
though.
Bristol.
Yeah, they haven't had a lot of speed, so I hope not. Like honestly, I
Some
really hope
guys
they
are
don't.
1-2 in Michigan this week in qualifying.
Although this weekend they found somewhat decent speed. I think they start first and second tomorrow.
Them two, Houston Butthead, they run good at the track.
Hey, what's your thoughts on? Let me ask you, Nate. What's your thoughts on what Kevin Harvick said about Dale Jr.? I know it's a big topic
what did
going
he say
around.
about Dale Jr.? I didn't hear.
Yeah, you'd have to tell me because I have no idea.
So basically, what Kevin Harvick said, and it made Dale Jr. a little upset about it. It's been going around all weekend. Dale Jr. said, or Kevin Harvick told Dale Jr. and fans that he did not live up to legacy.
I believe it.
Statement.
You believe it? I do too. But let me ask you this. Because it messed with Junior. You know, Kelly Earnhardt said something about it, and it caused a big argument. Do you all think that? I mean, we all know Junior's name's based off legacy. Let's be honest, because who his dad was. Do you think that's fair that it's based off that?
No. Honestly,
I
I think if it wasn't for his last name, I think Junior would have had a mediocre ride. And, you know, he probably wouldn't have stayed in this long. He would have been like Jeffrey.
Yeah, he never would have. Yeah, exactly. He never would have got the ride at
I
Hendrick.
agree.
That's for sure. If it wasn't for his last name,
it's not fair to him. It's really not.
It's
But I mean, he
not,
can't help
but-
his name.
But thing is, though, I mean, it would have been different if he would have won one.
But let me ask you this: if your last name was Earnhardt, would you care? Because look how much money he made.
oh my God.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
mean,
Trevor
that's
Malone on
just
pit
it.
road as well. By the way, second place.
How close has Junior ever been to winning a championship? Has he
He's
ever gone
been-
into Homestead with a chance?
No, he's not.
Oh, Landon about got
Yeah,
loose
he
there
about
on turn
lost
one.
it.
But
He's won 2 Xfinity championships, which at the time Busch championships, which is good. 2 Daytona 500s, 2 I think 28 wins. Let me ask you this: will he go to the Hall of Fame?
No.
I don't think he should, because if he does, Carl Edwards
Actually,
should.
he probably will go to the Hall of Fame, but it's not right.
No, it's not. Because if that's the case, Carl Edwards should, because he has the same amount.
That's the case, and people like Matt Kenseth, Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, all of them got to go in too.
I think Kyle Busch is going, no matter what, because the
Kyle Busch is
Xfinity.
going. Yeah, Kyle Busch. I don't. If he doesn't make it, it's got to be rigged somewhere, and I think it'll be the same reason why Junior goes in.
Yeah, I don't think Junior should get in personally. I know it's not popular. A lot of fans are going to say otherwise, but I don't think so. I mean, he's only won 2 Daytona 500s, which is good, but you haven't done
I mean,
much.
some guys can't even win it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it all comes down to how many rings you got.
Yeah,
I
I do
mean,
too.
let's be real. And I think that's what it comes down to, and that's a big talk about, you know, really, what's the Hall of Fame all about? Honestly, I think it's someone that changes the sport, as we see
Jimmy
Landon
Johnson.
Lacey come down pit road.
Jimmy Johnson
Someone
changed
that
the sport.
see someone change the sport, and how many championship rings you got.
You know, I'm not the biggest fan of Jimmy Johnson. Honestly, I'm really not the biggest fan. I mean, I like him, but what he's done is incredible because the cars that he's won in.
Yeah, it would have been different if he would have won all 7 of these championships in the same car.
Oh, the 19 Dillon gets off track a little bit. I wonder if that would be. No, it won't be. I thought that might be an unsafe pit entrance, but he's on pit road now, so Landon's still on pit road as well. So let me ask you a question real fast. Dillon just pitted on lap 27. Will he make it to the end?
Yes.
Yes.
You think he will with one stop?
I think he will. Yes.
Here's the thing. Save the next
Yeah, I
3
think he will
laps.
too. I think he will
Save
too.
for 3 laps. And
I'm
I
sitting here
think
adding it
you'll
up. What,
It'll be
24?
close.
It's gonna be really close, but I think he could.
He's got a lap to the good.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
he just needs to save 1 or 2 laps. You know, just kind of maybe, you know, don't be on it near as hard going down the straightaway or whatever. If I'm letting,
Just pitted on lap 27.
How is him and Landon that close? 3-second difference?
If she just pitted on lap 27, he's crossing the start-finish line in the pits. So I think he will make it.
Yeah, I agree.
now,
I thought him and Landon was actually way further apart than that.
they
Trevor's
are,
actually
but
running
the-
down.
But with the way, I don't know that.
Yeah, Trevor's running down. He's only 3 seconds back now. Huh. And they was the same on pit road. Actually, Trevor had a little bit slower stop on pit road, 2 seconds slower.
This is why I just drive cars. I don't question.
That's strange. Maybe he got into the first to pit road a little bit faster and took some time off
Maybe
before the time started. Before you had to slow up. 65 coming down pit road.
Honestly, that's what you got to do. I mean, I would think to get close is you got to do that. You got to find a way to gain more time somewhere. And I think because Landon, I was surprised how slow he came in on his entry. So I mean,
yeah, that could have been what it was. Everybody's pitted besides Jeff Webker. Now Webker, once he pits, we know he'll have enough. He's on 28 laps right now. I'll be honest, I'm surprised.
He didn't pit before?
He has not pitted. He's got 28 laps on a set of tires.
Okay, then my question is why is everyone else not pitting?
Webker? Webker is still on 28 lap tires.
Okay, I thought he could have been a couple laps down. No, he's still in the lead lap. He's in third right now.
Yeah, he's in third. I don't understand. I didn't think you could make it that far. Cody Blackmore's still out. He's on 26 lap tires. Now we know like Jeff and Wayne, they pitted earlier. We know that. They pitted way before everybody, like on lap 13. They're on 15 and 13 lap tires. So, but we know they got to pit again. Jeff and Wayne, we know that they have to. I think anyway.
I don't know. I think it all depends on how deep into this run. I want to see how long Webker can run into this run. I think that'll determine. I would think, you know.
See, we got Tim here, and one thing real fast. Sorry to interrupt you. We got a advantage in our chat because Tim Giles, everybody knows, spots for Eric Borelli, and a really good spotter, by the way. He said there and called it out when people's going to pit. He said the 28 if the 28 should be good, or the 85 is going to be good. We know. Landon, I say we'll pit on lap 27, and he said he pitted on 26. So yeah, Tim, you're pretty good at that. Good call on the pit strategy. But yeah, if that's the case, I think Landon will have enough because Jeff is still out there on 29 lap tires right now.
Honestly, more that this 09 run just helps Landon and helps Trevor and helps Joshua and helps Dylan.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Do you think it was just possible they pitted just because they needed fresh tires? Or, I mean...
Honestly, I don't. I mean, I think it was a scheduled pit stop that they said they was going to try to make it to that point, and I think that they had to just stick with it, I would think. I mean... It didn't look like, I mean, I can't really tell. I'm going to go and look at the lap time. Lap time's really,
yeah, Webker's lap right now is not much slower.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I mean, Landon just ran his fast lap for the race. Before he came down, he only ran a 125.0, 125.4, 125.2, or 125.0.
Cody Blackmore on pit road.
So, I mean, I don't think it was for tires. I think it was they think that now that they can for sure make it, they just wanted to come on down. That way they didn't get out of the way and just leave it out there on the track.
We're seeing a battle right here between the 61 and 19. Jeff Smith in 5th place, Dylan Vose in 6th. Dylan does have fresher tires. Jeff's going to have to come back down pit road, we know, for more time. And Jeff's actually coming down now. He's coming down once again. So we know that there'll be his last pit stop.
See, now that was making me think, you know, the way that we came out calculating this up, is that I was maybe thinking that Jeff, I think he thought that maybe he can make it from then.
Yeah,
I know that's an incredibly long time. But I mean, at this point, I mean, what do we know at this point? I mean, maybe there's something more going on that we don't know.
So right now, Landon Lacey still leads. He's been out in front for 26 laps. This would be a big win if he's able to do it. It'd be a big win for Trevor Malone, though, honestly, if he's able to get it this win. If somehow he can pick it up. Comes in here. Let's see, where is... actually, you know, Jeff Webker's 4th right now in the points. Trying to see where Trevor Malone is. I think he's actually further back, 24th. He's only had 5 starts, so this would be pretty big for him if he is able. Actually, he does not have a top 5 yet, which would be pretty big. Jeff Webker, how many top 5s? He's got 6 top 5s and 1 pole, so he's done pretty good so far this year.
Jeff Webker is pitting on lap 31 right now.
Wow. That's a long run he did. I like the call, though.
Good on fuel now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done a good job on keeping that car out there that long. There's not really much of a close battle. We mentioned Jeff Webker. Actually, you know, Jeff may actually come out. Oh, nope, he's not going to come out in front of Dylan. I thought he was. Jeff only actually lost 2 spots, which ain't too bad. He may lose 3. No, he will not. So Jeff actually not a bad idea to go ahead and come down right there. He is able to stay out in front of 6th place of Brandon Puffenberger. By the way, Jeff Smith 2 tires again. That's actually 2 times he's took 2 tires. So we'll see how that plays out. So here's our closest battle for 4th. Dylan Vose holds that spot right now. We'll see if he's able to keep it. Let's look at his front tire, by the way. I got a camera view here. You can see that rotor glowing red for so much braking once he goes into the corner. Can't really see it right there. Well, he's not using too much brake at all. He's doing a pretty good job. How much, when you race here, Nate, how much do you tap the brake in the center of the turns and trail brake some of these turns?
I don't so much trail brake as I do just pedal the gas pedal a little bit.
Okay.
That's just how I drive it, though.
It's tough. I mean, I guess when you're pedaling gas, I guess that's how you can get the back end to rotate some and try to kick it out just a little bit. I know that's what I do whenever I race road in these cars. I'm not a very good road racer, so, but to me it's hard. You really got to get the back end starting to plant really good in order to help these cars rotate. We may have a pass. That was Jeff Webker taking a peek to the inside and takes it. Yeah.
Fresh tires prevail.
Good stop. I like that call that he did, actually. Not bad at all. So he's going to try to run down Joshua Banks. He's got a long ways to go till he runs him down, but we'll see if he can.
Dylan Vose is battling back, though.
Oh, yeah. And Dylan actually takes it back from him. That was a good place to pass, too. One of the safest passes. How many passing zones do you think there are here, Nate? Out of 13 turns. We're guessing there's 4. Is what we was talking about earlier.
Yeah, 4 or 5 maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
Not that many.
Yeah, I bet say there's not very many. Watkins Glen, there's a ton. Honestly, there is. I mean, you got turn 1. Really, you don't want to really pass up to the S's. I don't know if you would consider the bus stop a passing zone. But you got the carousel all the way down that straightaway and the final 2 turns. So, yeah, you got a lot of places, which, of course, there's not as many turns at Watkins Glen, but... Derek, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Out of all the road courses, we got somebody off the track. I seen smoke. I don't know who it is. Oh, I think he just kicked up smoke. I think it was Cody Blackmore kicked it up. Out of all the road courses that we run, in the Xfinity car or trucks, which one's your favorite?
Watkins Glen.
I figured you would say that. Nate, do you have a preferred track that you like running when it comes to road?
I like Lime Rock Park, and I also like Canadian Tire.
I like Canadian Tire. I think Canadian Tire is really fun to race in the trucks.
Although I also like Spa and Monza too.
You like Spa? Spa's one of my favorite tracks on iRacing. It is. It's really good. Actually, I got really hooked on Lamar. I thought it was a fun track. Oh, the 19's off track. And he's going to pull up. Oh, gosh. Good job by Dylan. That's a good job by Dylan to keep it on the short side, I guess. And Trevor Malone, what happened to Trevor Malone? Did he just, oh, okay, he started disconnecting a little bit. He's okay now, though. That would have been bad. Landon's extended his lead right now out to 6 seconds over Trevor, so we'll see if he can hang on. Hopefully Trevor actually can stay connected. He's blinking a little bit pretty bad right now. So hopefully he'll be okay.
Actually, my favorite road course in iRacing, I can't think of the name of it, but it's the one with the corkscrew.
Laguna Seca.
Laguna Seca.
Nope.
Oh,
I want to see these cars run there.
Oh,
I
boy.
tested it. I tested it one time, and it is fun. I don't like the track because I'm bad at it, but it is some of the most fun racing I've had.
Yeah.
Road racing these cars. It's fun racing there. You drove them into open wheel car like the Indy car?
I've driven that in the Mazdas mostly, and then the Cadillacs, I believe.
Cadillacs are tough to drive. We ran them last year in our league for the All-Star race, and it was some of the funnest racing we had. We ran them at Charlotte.
What,
on
Cadillac
the
at Charlotte?
Yeah. and
Oh, that was
you could literally beat the bumpers off of things. It was pretty cool. I have trouble when you got a downshift. That's my biggest thing on them cars.
They have to let the RPMs drop quite low before you can downshift.
Joshua Banks off. Is he going to pit road? No, he's not. He did go off the track right in turn 12. So he's going to get up quite a bit of time. And Dylan Vose has tracked back down the 09 again. And also Jeff Schmidt is, what happened to Jeff? He actually fell back to 7th right now. Brandon got around him. So we got 2 battles going on right now, one for 4th, one for 6th. Let's hop on board with Jeff as he comes through turn number 12 and 13. You can see how much wheel input he really uses. How smooth do you want to be on the wheel here? Do you want to be smooth like you would at a normal track, or do you really want to saw on the wheel a lot?
You want to be smooth.
Okay.
The smoother you are on the steering wheel and the gas pedal, that's how you can lay down a perfect lap.
Okay.
I think that's for really any track you go to. You never want to be real choppy with the wheel. You just want to be nice and smooth, and just, you know, because I think if you're sitting there like that, you'll end up running the tires completely out of it, and it won't be worth. It wouldn't be worth doing all that, and just because you'd use up so much more tire than you would be saving.
The 46, Wayne Fielder off the track, and this may put up a pass for Jeff as he looks through the inside of the 02. We'll see what happened to Wayne here as well. Nate, out of this track alone, which turn? Oh, he actually wheel hopped going into that turn. Wow. Out of this track, which turn, in your opinion, is the hardest turn to master on this place?
I don't know what numbers they are, but it's the last turn, and then the one before it, the left-hander.
Okay.
And then the right hand into the left hand.
Okay. So that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think turn 1. See, turn 1 for me was always hard. I always had trouble getting the keyhole. I think is what it's called. Getting it right, and then you know the one. Maybe it's the same one you're talking about. I think it's 5, 6, and 7. Like where you go downhill, you go up the hill and then down it on the back stretch. That may be the one you're talking about. That was always a tough one for me too, especially with that big sand trap. And these cars, where they're so heavy, I think they weigh 3,600 pounds. They're really tough to drive, especially. This track ain't as wide as what a lot of people think. A lot of people call it wide. I don't call it wide. Landon said to him it felt really wide. I don't see that. Because to me, I mean, there's not a really wide area. I mean, maybe on the back stretch, but right through here where Jeff and them's going at now, that's the place I was talking about right here. And, but I don't know. It's always seemed like a narrow track whenever I'm driving it. Jeff's still running in 7th right now. About 6/10. You can see the distance between him and Brandon. Brandon already got a win this season. Back at Iowa, I believe is what it was. Or Kentucky, I'm sorry. And a 65 off track in turn 12. He's going to be okay. Alright guys, we'll step away for another commercial break. We'll be back and we'll wrap up this race. As right now, Landon Lacey leads. We only have 17 more laps to remain. Make that 16 laps remaining. We'll be right back from Mid-Ohio.
Hi guys, I'm Scott Speed, driver of this amazing Volkswagen Beetle GRC car. I got good news for the iRacing fam. We got this coming in. I'm currently working on it myself personally to make sure that it is as accurate as possible. With the addition of dirt and now this mean car, it is gonna be so fun. And it's gonna be available free to all the iRacing members. Personally, I can't wait to get out there and race you guys on it.
We're all looking to bring as much of the real world into sim racing as we possibly can. Our SimCraft Tilton Pro Sim Racing pedal sets are here to elevate your rig, improve your consistency into and through the corners, and give you the ability to dial in your perfect pedal feel. Put your feet on the same pedals the pros use. From the braking zone to corner exit, get the most out of every corner with SimCraft.
We're the stronger than we look type, the braver than you think type, the type that knows the time will come when we put Type 1 behind us. We're the progress is inevitable type, the hopeful for a cure type, the type that will stop at nothing until Type 1 becomes Type None.
Alright guys, welcome back to Mid-Ohio, the Lazy Dayz Grand National Series. Here talking to Nate Anderson and Derek the Law Pemberton. Nate was telling us a pretty cool story. I'm not going to mention it on the broadcast, but it'd be pretty cool. But I didn't know if you wanted me to mention it. That's why I didn't.
I don't care. Go ahead.
So check this out. Everybody that's up here listening, everybody that's a race fan knows who Johnny Sauter is, who drives truck. Well, apparently he's invited to Nate Anderson's wedding with him and his fiance, which is pretty awesome, by the way. And he was telling us a story about meeting him and when he met Tony Stewart a few weeks ago, and how Tony actually signed everybody's autographs. Went to his merchandise hauler and sat down and signed everybody's autograph. That's really cool, man. Honestly, you know, I never actually knew Tony was that type of person. You know, I always
Tony's a real short track guy.
You know, like some people are stuck up. You know what I mean. Some drivers are, and that's pretty cool.
Tony's a multi-billionaire, but his money, he don't care about his money.
That's really
he
cool.
cares about the short track atmosphere.
You ever seen his property that he owns?
Yeah, in Columbus, Indiana. Yeah.
It is amazing. Hey, you're from Indiana, correct?
I'm from Wisconsin.
Okay. I don't know why I thought Indiana. I was going to say, just to let you know, I hate Indiana, but never mind.
Home of the fastest quarter mile oval.
It is. And actually, it's got a really good short, like another short track there. Maybe, it might not be a quarter mile. It might be a half a mile. It's kind of like Bristol. They used to have like a contest between who could get the steepest banking on the track. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It may be a quarter mile. But it's one of the fastest tracks in Indiana. It may be that one. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it was...
Winchester's really steep.
That may be it. They used to battle at Bristol on who would have the steepest banking at one time.
Actually, our local... How steep is the banking at Bristol?
Now it's where it's progressive. I think it's like... Oh, Cody Blackmore. I think it's 32 now. Let me see.
I know our quarter mile asphalt track here is 33 degrees.
Is it 33? I think Bristol's actually lowered theirs now.
Ours is that steep.
Bristol is 26 to 30 degrees.
Yeah, see,
So yeah,
ours is...
they lowered it. I remember they lowered it because where they shaved so much of it off. And I thought it went lower. So 33? Wow. See, Bristol used to be 34, 36, something like that. So that's pretty cool to see. That's in Wisconsin, you said?
Yeah,
Wow.
Slinger
Oh, I've heard
Speedway.
of that one. We got somebody, who was that went way off track? Maybe not. Maybe nobody did. I thought I saw somebody go off track. I've heard of Slinger Speedway before.
One of our drivers that's running in this race actually races at Slinger Speedway weekly.
Who is it?
Matt Urban, 48.
Oh, really? Oh, is that that's the guy Skylar was talking about last night that races in real life. I didn't know that's where we raced at, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Matt's a friend of mine.
He pretty good?
Yeah, he has a 75-point points lead on the second place guy
Really?
right now.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, Delaney had a pretty good finish the other night. She ran really.
Where'd she finish?
Top 10, I think, what it was out of 24. Pretty solid for her. Not bad at all. Yeah, pretty good. She'll be coming back here in a few weeks, I think, after her season. Her season's about done because Maine and stuff, of course. You know, I think they run up till September, and I think they're done. I think that's what she told me.
Oh, the Titans lost. Dang it.
Let's see.
Football sucks, so.
Thank you. Landon Lacey
I'm gonna be nice.
leading the way. I bet you like Green Bay, don't you?
I mean, I would like to watch racing.
Yeah.
Over football.
Yeah, I'm
but
I'm the same way. Like, I'd rather watch racing over football too. Especially now, don't get me wrong. I watch football though. I love it. I love watching it. But
Eventually, there's gonna be one stream where we're just gonna talk about straight football. We're not gonna care about the race.
Whatever.
And yeah, we're gonna boot you out of this.
Yeah, whatever. You're crazy. Cause I'm a racing fanatic, man. I love racing now. I mean, I grew up on both. I like both of them about the same, but you know, when it's racing, that's what I talk about. Not really much battles really going on. Trying to look around to see if we actually got any close ones. We really don't have many close ones. Closest one would be Matt Urban and Austin Marion, about 3-second distance between them two for 8th place. We only got just a few laps left. As we look at our race summary so far, only one lead change. That's between Kyler Cox and Landon Lacey. 44 laps complete, 9 laps remain, and of course no cautions because. And for people out there wondering why we don't throw the cautions on this is because iRacing runs things way different than what real life would be. because there ain't debris on the track that has. Now there can be dirt and stuff that gets kicked up, of course, but there ain't debris. I really wish that would happen, by the way. But unfortunately, it won't for a while, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we're just not getting daylight.
I love that, by
transition.
the way. I love the fact they're adding that.
Yeah, but I mean,
we need debris from the damaged model
We do.
and rain.
Yeah, rain's big. We really need rain.
I feel like though that's going to take a little bit longer, just because I mean you got to think we're just now getting the day to night transition. I mean, my thing is I know Adam, we've talked about this a lot. Redo your content.
Yeah,
iRacing.
yeah, I agree. There's a lot of tracks that need to be repaved. There's parts of this track that need to be, part of this track that needs to be repaved.
I think honestly, what iRacing should do from here now, starting once they get in with this day to night transition, wrap everything for the next 6 months.
Yeah,
New content.
Well,
back
we know Rally's coming out, which honestly I am looking forward to Rally.
Okay, maybe after Rally then.
Yeah.
After Rally,
They do need
you
to
know,
fix a lot of tracks, and they may actually do it after that.
I mean, really, what else more can you get out there? I mean, I'm just trying to think. I mean, there's not really a whole lot more that there's left to do. And I think if you honestly, because that's just it. I mean, I know we've talked about it. You're starting to lose your dedicated fans because it's not the same. I mean, it's not like it used to be because the tracks are changing, and on here they're not changing.
Yeah, you know, somebody, Joe, we was talking to Joe Burchett last night, who ran the K&N race. We talked to him last night after the end of the race. He mentioned the same thing, that he said it's a wonder that a NASCAR, since they're iRacing's affiliate with NASCAR, hasn't mentioned that. Because if you think about it, a lot of NASCAR drivers drive iRacing. And they mentioned it today on, I think it was the Xfinity race, they mentioned it today, that William Byron, I think, said that he tested here. Which, of course, he had to because he's never ran Xfinity here. And because he came straight from the trucks to Xfinity, now going straight to Cup. So, you know, iRacing could be a big factor, which, of course, they do got a similar they use too, but, you know, you can still use iRacing for certain things. I mean, I wish they would update some of the tracks, though. So the lead for first and second has grown for 20 seconds over Trevor Malone, who's looking to have a great finish, his career best finish in the Lazy Days Grand National Series. Joshua Banks looking to go back-to-back third-place finishes. That's still up in the air, though. There could still be a battle between him and the fourth place of Jeff Wupker. About a 3-second gap right now between fourth and third. So that would probably be our closest battle, I would think. Wupker actually, last time by, and Wupker's been faster the last few laps. Wupker's actually faster than third and second, but I don't know. I don't think he's going to actually catch Joshua because of, well, he actually could. He's not very far behind him, 3 seconds. I thought he was actually further than that. So I don't know.
What lap did Webker pit by chance?
He's only got 16 laps on his tires.
Lap 27.
Yeah, so we know he can make it.
Yeah, that's just it. I think now, you know, and surprisingly, I just want to say this, I'm surprised how Jeff Smith's still in the lead lap. I don't think he's very far from going a lap down. Yeah, he's just about a half the front straightaway from going a lap down from Landon Lacey. So, I mean, I guess you could say that, you know, strategies kind of got foiled, I guess, today. I guess in a standpoint because of the way that those guys, they pitted way too early. And these guys found out that you can make it on one.
Also, if you go and look at Joshua Banks' pit stop, he only took 2 tires. He had a 10-second pit stop, which is kind of weird. I don't know why it's 10 seconds. I thought it'd be a little bit less than that since maybe he took some damage repair as well, maybe just a little bit. But a 10-second pit stop. So he actually had a 4-second pit stop faster than Wupker. If that's the case, then Jeff should actually be in front of him right now. If Josh would have took 4, he probably would be. By about 2 seconds, and Welker's actually closing in quite a bit now. He's second faster last time, 2.5 seconds the distance. So I think Jeff could catch him. Whether he could pass him or not, of course, is a complete different story. So the gap is closing between them two guys, and that'd be pretty cool for Jeff if he's able to run him down because he's been working hard for a few laps now. And Jeff Smith's another one. He's got a little bit fresher lap tires than Dylan, but we know he's not going to be able to catch Dylan 22 seconds behind him. Unless Dylan messes up quite a bit. So this will we don't broadcast tomorrow for anybody wondering. We do not broadcast tomorrow. We broadcast Monday for the Red Light Racing Series. Tuesday Dynasty Racing League. We'll be back here on Thursday and Friday for Bristol. That's gonna be some fun races though. I'm looking forward to that.
Actually, next week is actually got a fun little week. I mean, I know. Oh wait, did you say you was broadcasting Monday?
I'm broadcasting Monday. Of course, I'm broadcasting Monday.
Okay. Well, I was about to say, because we're in this on Monday in the B car, which I'm actually really looking forward to. Where's Dynasty go?
You would think I would know that.
I feel like you would do. Come on now, Adam.
I'm sitting here thinking, I don't really know. I've seen it today. Oh, they go to the... Hold on, I gotta click that button instead. Dynasty goes to, and James Pandoff, by the way, actually runs this league sometimes. That's one reason why. If you didn't know that. Anyway, they go to Phoenix. So that's going to be a fun race. And then, of course, Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Sorry, good Lord. I'll get it right eventually.
Come on, Adam.
Go Fast comes to Bristol and the Down to Mike's Truck Series. How many laps is that race? 150. That's going to be a fun race. That's a really fast race, actually. That won't take long at all. That's a really fun race, though. I'm really looking forward to broadcasting that. That's one of my favorite tracks to broadcast.
I can't wait to run in it.
Yeah, that's a really cool race. And then the K&N run at Bristol the very next night, and they run 150 laps as well. And I'm actually looking forward to broadcasting the K&N race because I think that could be a fun. I've never really seen K&N cars really run around Bristol that much. So I know they race it, you know, regular on iRacing, but you know, I've never done it. I've seen
Man,
it. So.
I gotta miss that race. I'm upset. I actually wanted to do the game.
Also, guys, if you haven't, go check out DIYsim.com. And for all your simulation needs, they are a sponsor of tonight's race as well. And if you haven't, make sure you go check them out. They have a lot of products over there. They got a motion sim, which is absolutely amazing. It's called, I looked at it last night. I cannot remember the top of it, or the name of it off my head. What was the name of that sim? It was really
Isn't it the
cool.
platform?
This was like the whole sim thing, I believe, or the motion kit. Maybe it was just a platform, but it was like a weird name. I don't know. I had no idea what it was called. It's plug and play, I think, maybe. I don't know. I was looking at it. I actually talked to Skylar about it last night because I was sitting there reading about it during the broadcast, and it was really cool what it was. Maybe it was just a motion chassis. 3 laps to go for Landon Lacey. He works through turn number 1. Oh, the Vortex 3. That's what it was. The motion chassis. And it's really neat looking, though. And you can message Skylar Allen at skylar@gofastracing.us. I believe is the name of the email. Let me double check that. And you can get a 10% discount code. And which is really cool, by the way, because that comes in handy. So go check them out. They have a bunch of stuff. You can get discounts on everything besides the Axis rig, I believe is what it was.
The Vertex 3 with the 10% off, you can save almost $1,000.
Yeah, you can. Which is pretty cool, by the way.
It looks pretty cool.
That thing's neat looking. I mean, imagine, like, I mean, you know, we know Eric has one, but I don't have a motion rig, but I feel like that would be so much. That with the VR headset would be absolutely insane.
Especially for someone like me that likes to flip a lot, I'd probably be dead in a week.
Cody Blackmore on pit road, by the way. I wonder if that's scheduled.
What?
Yeah.
Blackmore, he's only 3 laps down, so I don't know why he would be on pit road.
Well, I think he may be done. He spent a lot of time there. I think he realized he can't get a lap back on the guy in front of him, Wayne Fielder.
And
so.
But we got 2 to go now?
2 to go, yeah.
Oh boy.
And I want to mention, by the way, Jeff Lupker has ran down Joshua Banks, but it's still about a second and a half back. And Lupker does have the 65 that also ran right in front of him. 65 looks like he's going to slow down and give him that spot. So we'll see how that plays out. If it gets any closer, we'll go back to it and watch it. For the meantime, we'll stay with our leader, Landon Lacey, and the number 35, Derek's favorite team, Clemson.
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut on that one. Like, honestly, I just felt like throwing up in my mouth.
You know that after Bristol next week, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 12 races left in the K&N series. And that's counting Bristol. So not very many races left. And it's been a long season for the K&N. They haven't had an off week since May 19th. That's a long time.
That is a really long time.
I mean, it's a long schedule for the K&N.
There we go.
White flag in the air this time. Landon Lacey trying to cap off what would be a big win for him. Has led 49 laps, trying to lead the final one, which is the most important one. And it looks like Welker may come up just a little bit short right now. He's about 2.5 back compared to Joshua Banks. As Landon Lacey comes up through out of turn 1 into the keyhole, which is a weird name for a turn.
How did Landon get big of a gap? I mean, I know we talked about it, but I mean,
something could have happened to Trevor that we didn't see.
Something had to happen because last I remember they was on the same straightaway after they came out of pit road for a couple laps, and it
was like it was what, a 3-second gap, I think, at one time?
3-second gap. I mean, we may have missed it. I mean, that sucks that we did miss it because I feel like that would have been a really good race coming to the finish, and it.
And Welker's closed in a lot, by the way. He's 1 second back. So as soon as Landon crosses the start-finish line, if he is able to keep up, we will jump back to that battle as soon as he crosses the start-finish line. 1.5 back now is Jeff to Josh, so that race may not be over yet.
I mean, they're just now probably going through the keyhole now, so they probably still got a long way to go in this long lap.
Landon Lacey working through the final couple turns, coming through what is turn number 12 into 13. Going to see the checkered flag in the air this time. Landon Lacey will win at Mid-Ohio Motorsports Park in the DIYSim.com 162. We'll jump back real fast to see if this battle can pay off. Actually, Joshua jumped out to a little bit further lead while that was happening. About a 2-second gap now. We'll see if Josh can hold on to that as he works through what is turns number, I believe it's 7.
Boy, Webker is driving the absolute piss out of that car right now.
Yeah, he's really driving hard. Actually, the gap's closed now, 1.2 back. So he closed now a second back, and it is closing fast. So we're seeing if he can push it.
He's got to move him.
Joshua may be low on gas. I don't know. He's 27. Yeah, he's not going to get there, I don't think. Through turns 13, Joshua Banks will finish in 3rd.
Wow, but a great run by Jeff Webker.
Webker.
I can never say his name right.
Webker.
I was going to say Jeff.
Yeah, that was a good run by him. And a good run by Trevor Malone as well. Good job by Joshua as well to hold on to that spot. We're going to talk to our top 3 guys. We'll let Landon get back and cross the start-finish line and celebrate before we bring him in. I bet Landon's absolutely thrilled right now. This is actually his first win, by the way, in this league.
Landon beat me.
Yep, first win ever in Go Fast. So a big win. So another newcomer wins tonight. Last night it was Tyler who picked up his first K&N win last night. So pretty cool. And Landon Lacey going to go to the front stretch. Let's see if he's got any practice on doing this. Not very much.
Yeah, you know, for someone like him, he doesn't win a whole lot. So
you're crazy. He's just going to do a donut. There you go.
Boy, I thought I taught you better than that. Come on.
There it is.
Okay, there you go, buddy.
We'll pull in Landon Lacey and talk to him. That's a huge win. And we will talk to Joshua as well and Trevor Malone. Hey, Landon, you got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, a big win here tonight. You come in here, you was qualified up in 2nd, starting beside teammate Tyler Cox. Seeing Tyler have a little bit of trouble early on, and you didn't let up after that. You went on and you just tore it down. Talk us through that.
I mean, it was an okay race. I had a good time. I mean, no doubt. When we first started this race, I kind of hated this track because I was struggling in practice, but I followed Tyler for a little while in practice and learned a good line. So after that and learning that, I just kind of used it in the race, and it worked out. So
how much fuel did you have left in your car?
I had a lap and a half.
Okay, I was curious. We was talking about that during broadcast about how much people was having to save, if to save anything. How tough is this place? This is actually your first time ever running this track.
It's tough. It's a very, well, how would I say it? Like you said it earlier. You said it's a finesse track. You really got to finesse it. It's not more about speed. It's more about handling, and that's pretty much what it took. Because the 85 of Trevor Malone was really close to me that first run, and I was kind of watching in my mirror, which wasn't really helping me. It was actually making me slower. And once I started focusing on my driving, I started slowly pulling away from him.
One more question before we let you get out of here. We know next week you head to Bristol, but you come in here tonight and you get your first win and go fast. And I know that's a big win for you because you've been fast, but you haven't been able to cap it off. How big of a win is this for you to come in here? And there was quite a few good racers in here tonight.
I mean, I don't know if this has any chase implications for me winning this race or not, but if so, it's a big win for me. But if not, then, you know, if I need to win another race to get in, I'll go to Bristol next week and see if I can get another one.
Man, that was fun to watch you run tonight. You pretty much dominated. 50 laps led. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, shout out to my team, Overtake Motorsports. Shout out to, of course, you guys up in the booth at TRN. You always do a great job. Skylar Allen for putting on a great league. Lazy Dayz. Was it DIY? Is their sponsor? Yep. Yeah. Thank those guys because they do a great job with helping us out here. So I really appreciate them. And I believe that about wraps it up.
Good job, man. We'll talk to you here soon.
All right. Thank you, bud.
Thanks, bud. Next up, we'll bring in Trevor Malone, who finishes in second place. Hey, Trevor, you got me? Trevor,
yeah,
oh, there he is. You finished second tonight, man. And honestly, I didn't know you actually was that good at road racing, and you actually did a really good job. Started back in third, finished in second. We've seen on the pit stop that you had a chance to come out a little bit further behind, landed about 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Something must have happened between that time. Is there anything that you could have done a little bit different earlier on in the race to put yourself in a better position to try to get in front of him?
Yeah, not slide through my pit when I went into the pits, and then not run off the track 2 or 3 times.
That explains the 2 or 3 second slower pit stop or pit lane. I was wondering about that. Next week, we head to Bristol. How do you feel about heading to Bristol?
The last time I raced to Bristol in this league, I can't remember where I finished, second or third, I think. It was pretty good.
Let's see. You come in here, I believe this is actually you've actually had it at what, how many top, I had it up a minute ago. It's maybe your first top 5 in the Xfinity car or the B-Class car. How, in your mind, when it comes to road racing, and I said at the beginning, I did not think you was this good of a road racer, honestly. What makes this, is this just your type of road race that you like to race? Is it just this track? Is there something about this place? What makes you so good here?
No, I actually practiced this track this week. Well, you know, every night I'd come home and run 20, 25 laps on it. That's the biggest problem I have. Outside of that, I'll start at the back normally on the 1.5 miles and all the circle tracks because I don't run all the time. I'm not up there running for points. So, but the road racing thing I've always been, you know, kind of good at. And then the other part of it is that I just don't have enough time to practice, and I don't run several times a week. So usually I come in, run the hour practice, and run the race, which, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago when I used to do it all the time, I used to be a lot better. But I just don't have the time to do that with what I do for a living. So
this right here was on your 6th race this season, and your first top 5, actually, your first top 5 of the season. So finishing second is a great finish. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or anything, man? That was a great run.
Well, I don't remember all of the sponsors, but we got to give a shout out to them. And, you know, Nate, I got to say something to him. I don't know if I got into the side of you and knocked you off the track or what exactly happened there. I messed up and didn't get a chance to go back and look at the replay on it, but I wanted to apologize to you if I did get into you and knock you off the track there on that first lap.
No, we're all good.
Yeah, we kind of got in there tight, and I didn't feel the car really bounce around or nothing, but I looked in the mirror and seen you off the track and wanted to make sure that I didn't cause it.
You guys
we're good.
You guys was supposed to argue, you know. I'm joking, by the way. Nah, that was a good run, Trevor. That was fun to watch. I know that sliding through the pit box didn't help at all, but you still come out here and finish second, man. That's a great finish, so good job.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, we'll bring in Joshua Banks, who finishes in 3rd place yet again. Another top 3 finish. Joshua, you got me? Oh, hold on. There he is. You got me now?
I got you. Do you hear me?
Yep, I got you. All right, man. You come in here and
cool.
finish 3rd again. Disappointed? Or are you happy with it? You started back in 7th.
I mean, it's better than I thought I was going to do because of the drivers that were here tonight. So to be getting a 3rd place position finish isn't bad. But I was worried I was going to get passed at the end because I had Jeff catching me near the end. It was getting a little hectic there, but still
I was gonna mention that to you. Jeff actually was catching you towards the end. And now the question I was going to ask: did you take 2 tires on your stop?
Yeah, I took 2, try to get that time advantage.
Okay. In your mind, do you think that you could have caught up a little bit more to Trevor? I mean, he finished 12 seconds ahead of you. If you would have took 4, do you think you could have still finished in 3rd? Do you think you would have fell behind Jeff? Do you think you could have caught up to Trevor and passed him for 2nd? Do you think you should have took 4, or are you happy with the 2-tire call?
I feel pretty good with 2-tire call yesterday in the K&N. I only took 2 tires and did pretty good, so I felt like I could do it here as well. And I think if I took 4, I would have been worse off because I was like 10 seconds behind Trevor when I come out of the pits when I took 2. So if I took 4, I felt like I would have been worse back. So I may have still finished 3rd, who knows, but I'm happy with where I'm at right now.
We go to Bristol. I've seen you run Bristol a couple of times. I know you're pretty solid there. How do you feel about going there? We go there in all 3 series next week.
I'm excited to go to an oval, just to be honest. I don't care where it's at.
I don't blame you at all, man. It's Watkins Glen and road racing. Woo, it wears you out. Good run,
Yeah,
man.
it does.
Seriously, that was a good run. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Anybody watching the stream, check out my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And then
What's
Dusty
your
Vengeance,
YouTube?
by the way.
There you go.
Dusty Vengeance. And then thank you, Adam, again, as always, for broadcasting this league, and Skylar and all the admins for hosting this awesome league, the Go Fast Racing League. And it's been a blast being here, so just keep it up. And yeah.
Good job, man. We always talk to you. You're always up front. Go out there and see if you can get a win next week.
All right. Appreciate it, boss
Good
man.
job, buddy. All right, let's start with Nate Anderson. Nate, we know you got wrecked out, unfortunately, early. Thoughts on the race, because you came in and broadcasted. What was your thoughts overall on the race?
My overall thoughts are I think everyone is doing very, very well and being courteous to everyone, which we really, really, really like. It makes for a good race and makes for happy drivers in the long run. I think it was a good turnout, and everyone did a really good job tonight.
Let me ask you this, from a racer standpoint, because I got to bring drama into it somewhat. Will there be any retaliation between you and Trevor Malone?
No.
Okay. Well, you didn't give me no good answer, Nate. You're supposed to say, yeah, we'll put him in a wall.
No, I don't do that kind of stuff.
No, I understand completely. No, that was cool for him to actually mention that during the broadcast. So, and I've seen him race a couple times. I know he don't race like that. I know you don't race like that. So, it's good to go ahead and make sure he mentions that. So, pretty cool. Derek, thoughts on the race?
First off, I just want to say I did pick the winner for the first time ever. I'm happy with myself for that.
Wow.
So I'm gonna go on with that. But I actually enjoyed it. It was kind of went the way I didn't expect it to go. Kind of a little shocking incident happened about midway through the race, so it really changed how this race was gonna go.
Yeah.
I just can't wait for next week. It's gonna be fun.
I agree. It should be a very good race next week. Thoughts on the race? I'm mixed about it. We've seen good racing. Most of our racing that we really seen was mid-pack, and we mentioned that's where we thought a lot of our racing would happen, and it did. And the race when we did see was really clean with each other. We've seen some great saves, by the way. Trevor Malone or Dylan Vose had one of the best saves I've seen in a very long time, so good for him. He finished in 5th overall tonight. So he's going to be, a little bit happy, a little bit disappointed, but 5th, not bad at all. Jeff Smith finishes in 6th, so he's going to be somewhat happy. All in all, I thought tonight's race was pretty solid. But yeah, that's going to do it for us here tonight, guys. We'll be live again on Monday and Tuesday and Thursday and Friday. We'll be live back here on Thursday and Friday for the Go Fast guys. Make sure you all check out our link in the description. Go to our website. You can find out everything if you want to join the league, if you want any information on where everybody's running the points. Everything's there. They also got a Facebook page, I do believe, that Lazy Dayz Racing. Also, make sure you hit subscribe on our channel, and it will alert you if you hit the little bell or something. It alerts you when we go live. Also on Facebook, facebook.com/Trackside Racing Network. That's going to do it for us here tonight, guys. For Nate Anderson, Derek the Law Pemberton, Adam Chapman, have a great night and God bless. Flag is in the air here at New Hampshire. Once this race continues, things can change in an instant at day 7. Thomas Jowers Jr. did get his lap back. There he goes, celebrating tonight at day